So today, I'm thinking about Reagan. Let's talk about Reagan. Reagan is an easy target. It often surprises me how many people think that Reagan is a good president. I don't know why that is. I'm guessing possibly it's because he was the one that overturned the Supreme Court-backed fairness doctrine, which stated that, more or less that opposing views had to be given equal time over public airways. So, basically the side without the money could have an intelligent person come on and give, the opposing point of view. He was the one that overturned that. That was a big boom for, the crony capitalists in the media, because they no longer had to worry about being called out. They own the message. So maybe they liked them and they liked him, and they're the ones that are, responsible with giving American people their knowledge, and so they think he's a good president. At the same time, he cut funding for public broadcasting, and the funding that goes towards public broadcasting is already minimal, or was already minimal. Let's see. It really, basically, no matter what side or where you are at, left, right, up or down, however you want to equate our political spectrum, he offended you. He was had one of the most corrupt administrations. A bunch of his members were, charged with crimes, but it's a little off subject. So another thing he did, back to the basic. Basically what happened is there had been progress in the American education system, which originally was designed to indoctrinate immigrants from Europe and make them good citizens. Stop paying attention to the fact that they were getting exploited during the Industrial Revolution, worked to death basically, and also, prep them for the same sort of monotonous work. So it wasn't about really teaching them, educating them, informing them, empowering them. It was about creating good working factory workers / citizens. There was progress in the American education system to where they were actually teaching people to be creative. And he decided, no, that's not a good thing. Let's go back to the basics. And basically, it was back to teaching people how to be factory workers. Not a good thing. Leaving out a lot of history, a lot of true history as well, and creating or keeping the same old fake American narrative that I was taught, and a lot of people were taught, if not are still being taught. Another thing he did, the arms race with the Soviet Union, right? He increased the arms race, and they're happy that he bankrupted them through ramping up the arms race. What? Okay, so what's the Soviet Union? A country with a different economic system. Now they have a bunch of weapons that can kill a bunch of people, and they fell. Well, guess what? Okay, another country arose. They still have a bunch of weapons that can kill people, and they're still there. Is that a good thing? I'd rather have a Soviet Union with no weapons. How about that? Let's praise him if he had de-escalated the Cold War completely and had him, and he did help to reduce nukes at some point, allegedly. I don't know. I've heard mixed things, because I believe he was also the one that started producing a bunch more. Oh no, yeah, he banned like one form of nuke while he produced a whole bunch more. So not a good thing. I want to live. I want my family to live. I want generations to live. I don't want the whole world to be threatened by a whole bunch more weapons, and nuclear weapons is not a good thing at all. It's ridiculous. And in so doing, he quadrupled the national debt. They think he was fiscally responsible. He wasn't. They blame Congress or whatever, but the budgets that he came out with were all bigger. Congress reduced it. So again, not a good thing. Another thing he did, supported the overthrow of democratically elected governments and the installation of very bad, murderous, torturing dictatorships. Nicaragua, El Salvador, not a good thing. Another thing he did, supported the Mujahideen. You know, you've heard of Charlie Wilson's war and all that. We basically pulled Russia into supporting its friendly government in Afghanistan when Afghanistan looked like a regular country, at least, you know, the main cities. We pulled Russia in and supported these hardcore extremist Muslims who went around killing and torturing all the teachers and murdering all the moderates, and installing basically the, you know, what came to be the Taliban. Yeah, that was big part him. Not a good thing. Not a thing anybody should talk positive about. Another thing, trickle-down economics. They still tout this as a good thing. What is trickle-down economics? It says that the very rich will make the world better if they're even richer. Let's cut their taxes, let them get a whole bunch more money, and that will trickle down into everybody else's pockets. And what it is basically is a claim of status, of importance, that somehow the rich are the inventors, which time and time again aren't true. Bankers and oil men are not inventors. That's the bottom line. So many inventors, you know, look at Tesla. He wasn't rich. But anyways, trickle-down economics, false. What it really is middle-out economics. You take away money from the middle class and give it to the rich. That's not a good thing. Let's do the opposite. Let's take and see what happens. Okay, we take the money and we distribute it evenly. Now you talk about a minimum wage. You don't want a minimum wage? Fine. How about a maximum wage? But let's one way or another put more money in the hands of the middle class. What does that do? Well, it allows the middle class to feel good. What do they do when they feel good and they feel secure? They're going to go out and spend more. They're going to have fun. They're going to buy things. They can buy more. They can buy more sheets. They can buy more towels. They can go to a restaurant. They can buy new cars, extra cars. You know, they can buy more clothes, new clothes, or good things. They can invest in renewable energy. You know, they can get solar panels. They can get electric cars, whatever. The bottom line is they're putting money into the economy. That money's being taxed. That tax money is going into the government, and now you have less of a deficit. Instead, what does he do? He cuts taxes for the people who are already rich and already have lawyers and can compete in scale because they have so much money, so they can hire a lawyer to, you know, do a couple flips, and now they're gaining a whole bunch more income, untaxable income. So giving them more money, what does that do? They put it in the bank account. You know, you got 10 billion, let's say I got $10 billion in the bank. Can I go buy 300 million cars? Possibly. Am I gonna, would I? Hell no. Am I gonna buy 300 pairs of pants, shirts? No. Am I gonna, you know, or 3,000 or 3 million or whatever, 300 million? No. Am I going to go to dinner 300 million times a night? I don't think so. So what does that do? That takes money out of the economy. How is that a good thing? I don't understand. How could that possibly be a good thing? It doesn't make any sort of sense. And that's him. He killed hundreds of thousands of American jobs. It's just ridiculous. And okay, and you're a conservative. Let's say you're just racist. You're just bottom line racist, and you like him because you think he was for the white guy. What? You're mad at illegals, at Hispanics? He was the first one to give amnesty to illegals. The first one. He was the one that said, "Hey, it's all good. Come over. Come work. Come compete with American workers. Come, you know, take their jobs. Come, you know, take their agriculture jobs. We're not going after the businesses, and in fact, we're not going after you. We might as well just make you a citizen." What? So, and I mean, did he do some good things? you know, while he increased nuclear weapons and wasted a bunch of money on weapons that are never going to do any good for anybody, instead of investing in infrastructure and higher education and getting people out of debt, or getting them health care, the proper health care they need, so they can feel good and in turn do good, instead of doing all that. Instead of doing all that, he did nothing. Nothing good for anybody. Except the media. He sold weapons to Iraq. Guess what? He sold weapons to Iran too. The Iran-Contra scandal. What? Oliver North. Not good things. Not good things. Look, the guy's just an idiot. He was an idiot that thought he was better than he was. He was good on camera. I don't know what the fuck people fell for. Maybe it was that, but anyways, not a good guy. Didn't do much good. Again, trying to think of something he did good, because I'm not trying to. I mean, if he did something good, I want to talk about it. Yeah, he banned one form of nuclear weapon. And Iraq actually allegedly shot a missile at one of our ships while he was presidency, and he didn't do anything bad. Oh, instead of reacting, because, you know, Iraq was buying weapons from us and it was probably an accident or whatever, or another faction of the government trying to get us into war, instead of him doing anything about that, he invaded Grenada. It did not need to be invaded. It was like, I don't know, it was like some university students or something were being held hostage and they were about to be released or something. He goes and invades Grenada and kills a bunch of people. It's just ridiculous. And why did he do it for? To divert the attention from the fact that Iraq actually allegedly shot a missile at one of our boats. Whether they did or not, I don't know. Killed like 30-something American sailors. But Grenada really did get invaded, and a lot of people needlessly died. Again, not a good thing. Cuts to social services. What did that do? A bunch of money was, war on drugs. He turned the war on drugs from a proverbial war to an actual war. And crack wasn't even on the rise at the time. Violent crime wasn't on the rise at the time when he did it. It was like nonsense. He did it for political reasons, and you know, caused a lot of people to suffer. The 100-to-1 crack to cocaine law, so a white guy can bring 99 grams of cocaine into the ghetto, and if he gets caught, he gets less time than the crackhead who buys 1 gram of crack cocaine. 1 gram of crack cocaine, the guy gets 10 years. The white guy bringing 99 grams in gets, you know, whatever, probation. No federal mandatory minimum sentence for him. Just really bad. Bad to America, bad to black people, bad to the democracies around the world, South America, bad to struggling families, bad to the middle class. So I guess the only people that should be happy are the super rich, and wow, I guess that's why he's a good president, because they're the ones that control the media, and most Americans think the media still is, you know, giving them unbiased information, at least the older generations. So maybe that's why, you know, more of the older people in business still think he's a good guy. Not in any way, shape, or form. That's it. Have a great day.